that trailer. Worked hard on it too, and I tell you, welcome, and I say welcome once again to the number one station in the nation, GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com. And you know me, I get overly excited when I have this opportunity. Today, this particular time, this moment is no different. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome Bonnie to our broadcast studio, to our broadcast network. Bonnie, good evening and God bless you. How are you doing?
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me. I am
Ah,
so pleased to be here and to be with you all.
oh my goodness, and we are definitely so pleased that you have taken time out to be here with us. I'm just going to tell you, this is only part one of two because I know you're tired. You've been traveling all day. You have been just on them. I have never seen. You know what? Have I ever spoken to you when you're at home?
Just once.
Ah! Well, I have blessed the people with that outstanding trailer a few moments ago. Witness to Healing. Bonnie is the author of Witness to Healing. But before I let you get into that, why don't you do me a favor? Introduce yourself. Tell us who you are. Tell us where you're from. Who is? Now, I want to make sure I say your last name correctly. So say it one time for me.
It is Bookman. I'm Dr. Bonnie Bookman.
Oh, well, that's simple enough. Bookman. All right. Well, introduce yourself, Bonnie, and let the people know who you are.
Well, I am a person who wants to share with others things that I have witnessed, and it's amazing to hear from other people and know what they've seen. And what I have to share has to do with healing, which doesn't always equal cure, but it's amazing nonetheless what the Lord has done and allows for us to see.
Wow. And I tell you, amazing because I was blown away. And I appreciate you allowing us to be a part of your journey. Now, I know a lot of people have the opportunity to seek resources, to go out and challenge themselves to find a way to heal from something. What would be your perspective on that? I mean, what's your recommendation for people who wanted to really take time out and stop holding back, being afraid, seek those resources that could be a huge benefit to them?
The most important thing that I tried to teach my patients was to listen to themselves, to trust their own inner voice and what the Lord's leading them in, to listen to what feels comfortable. And no matter what path they choose in the way of healing, whether it's medical, which is fine, obviously I'm licensed, but if it's something that's outside of the major wheelhouse, just make sure you're comfortable with it. And yes, do some research first. There's lots of resources out there.
Wow. Yeah, I believe that. And I appreciate, witness to healing. I mean, give us a root foundation. I mean, tell us a little bit about what this particular publication entails.
The original book, there will be a series of 5 books under the Witness to Healing title. The first, Witness to Healing, is basically a memoir of what led me into the healing arts in that field, and some of the things that I experienced and saw along that line. Everything from nursing school to home nursing, hospital nursing. I did a brief stint in extended care, and God bless those people because that is a very difficult role. It really is.
Wow.
And eventually, I decided to go into a more natural field of healing. And so I worked towards a master's in holistic health and then a doctorate in natural health.
Mm,
And I find that they work together very well. It's all important
right.
to be comfortable.
Right.
I think no matter what path a person chooses in their healing, they need to be comfortable with it. They need to know that is what works for them and that they need for their personal healing.
Right. Wow. Well, I am so honored once again that you have taken time out, but I have I have to do this. I I have a picture of you, and I want you to explain this photo. I know you may not be able to see it, but it's a picture from when you were a nurse, and it's
Yes.
you look very young. I might add. I mean,
Well, thank you for that. So
but I
actually,
mean, break this down because I'm going to show it to the world. I'm going to right now. It is live on our screen, and you're beautiful. Now listen to me, Bonnie. Don't get me wrong. You're beautiful right now. You are very beautiful. But here, I mean, your hair was different. You have on the nursing. You got a smile. The smile is the same, exactly the same. Uh, I want you to explain this photo.
well, actually, first of all, I was not that young. I was one of the older students in my nursing class. Nursing degree was actually my second undergraduate. My first undergraduate was a biological science degree. My grandfather was an herbalist in Appalachia, and so I wanted to be out of doors. And I worked in the park district and for the Division of Forestry. Then
Mm.
had a life-changing event, and my mother, who had done practical nursing, always wanted me to be a nurse. I
Mm.
had no interest in wearing a white uniform and a silly little hat because back then, yes, we wore hats. So I was actually in my early 30s
Yeah.
when I became a nurse. But you can see it was eons ago because, yes, we did still wear hats,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the big hair days.
Ah,
So there's,
she, I'm not going to even say because your hair is totally different. But wow, I mean, I just had to because I think I put that picture in the book trailer, and of
oh,
course,
thank you.
I thank God for the Gospel Network who has chosen to broadcast this simultaneously. Thank you guys so much for doing that, partnered with them, and we appreciate Daniel as well out in Florida, MMGC TV, who has placed your trailer. I mean, he loves your trailer as well in his daily rotation to be able to, spread the word. And if people wanted to reach out and show their support, maybe find out more information and details, purchase the publication, what would be the process for them to do so? I mean, how can the publication be purchased and they can show their support for you?
Well, thank you for that, and thank you so much for putting that out there. I think it's important to listen to patients and learn from them as well. We are all on this path of trying to do what's best for each other, I feel, and so I thank you for getting that word out there. I think first of all, the book is at Barnes and Noble, and it is also on Amazon. It is an ebook. It is a print book, and pretty soon it will be out on Audible. In addition to that, I do have my website is seems to be always under construction,
Ah,
but it is witness2healing.com,
okay.
and I also you could reach me at witness2healing at Gmail,
Ah,
and so, if anybody has a personal comment, and the exciting news that I have to give you, as well as Witness to Healing, again, it's going to be a series, and Witness to Healing in Autism was just published last week.
ah, really?
So,
Oh, now you know I'm that just takes it all to a whole nother level. You know what? I believe I saw a cover of that, and I must have misread it, or I thought it was a title change, but it is a series, and this one is Witness to Healing Autism.
yes, Witness to Healing in Autism: Successful Treatments,
Mm-hmm.
and it is larger volume than the first book, Witness
Okay.
to Healing, because it's referenced.
Right.
It is It is also a series of stories of people who came to me that were on the spectrum and things that worked for them, which doesn't mean what works for one person works for another, but
Hmm.
you read the stories and say, oh, maybe I could try that. Then there are references where you can find those things. It's important to find the references.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's outstanding. Of course, I'm going to start digging deep because for those that don't know, of course, Bonnie Bookman is one of our featured authors on the GMAP Broadcast Network. All you have to do is simply stop by our platform at gmap1.com. Click on the tab that is titled Featured Authors. You will see a copy of this particular publication, Witness to Healing, and I can guarantee you, you're also going to be seeing very soon Witness to Healing Autism, because I will not let any of the publications in the series go without being recognized. You may be facing some serious challenges in particular areas, and we don't want to overlook that particular area. Might be small to some, but it's very big to you. We want to make sure that you have a chance to read the publication, garner resources, and get more information from Bonnie. So Bonnie, if somebody wanted to reach you and get more information from you, maybe speak to you, how can they do that? I mean, how can you be contacted or connected with?
Well, again, I have a webpage, witnesstohealing.com, and witnesstohealing@gmail would be a way that they could reach me. I might not get back to you right away. I'm pretty busy. I'm retired as far as my practice and teaching at university, but I volunteer. So I have some commitments, but I guarantee I would get back to anyone and try to be sincere in helping them to find whatever it is that they might need.
Right. Well, I am so honored and grateful. Number one, that you, I know you're tired and you've taken time out to be here with us today. Number two, you accepted the invitation to be a part of our broadcast network family and allowing us to help spread this information out to as many people as possible while you're on this journey. So I really appreciate that. I'm going to be inviting you back sooner than you think, because now I want to invite you back to talk particularly about Witness to Healing Autism. That's going to be very important. I know some individuals, and my wife and my daughter really appreciate you. They're in that field, and I know she's the best program director in the world, so she's probably listening right now saying, yes, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. Yes, that's a good one. Okay, yeah. So she hasn't texted me to say you shouldn't have done that yet. So I think everything is okay. But I want to make sure that we work out something to invite you back soon to talk more in detail about some of the other publications that you have coming up, as well as the one that you have just released. Now, Witness to Healing Autism, that was just released when?
Just a week ago.
Wow.
1 week ago. So, and they're offered separately on Amazon or Barnes and Noble, or together as a group.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel strongly that anyone in the healing arts, whether it be a massage therapist, certainly nurses, would be interested in the Witness to Healing, because some of the stories are humorous.
Right.
And people in our field have a different sense of humor. You have to.
Yeah.
You really do. So
well,
I think that would be appreciated. And I really, really appreciate you for reaching out to me and giving me a platform and the ability to reach more people.
Yeah.
I told my husband I didn't write the book or the whole series of books to get rich or to, sell a lot. He says, now don't say that. But seriously, I wrote the books and am continuing the series because I want to get the word out. I want people to know what it's like behind the scenes, to know that they can obtain healing. Even hospice patients can obtain healing. Wow. And it's important to embrace that.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly. And, is there, just off of the top of your head, how many publications do you have stored in your heart and in your mind to ultimately be released to the people around the world?
Well, as far as the book series, I have a planned series of 5. So there are 2 in print, and 2 others are under construction currently. Mm-hmm. So there's that.
Right. Okay.
And who knows? As I'm led, I guess I'll continue.
Right. Okay. Well, there's so many wonderful things that, of course, we're going to be able to follow up on. I am definitely going to do everything I can. You can look on our broadcast network site within the next hour or 2, and you will see Witness to Healing Autism on there. I can guarantee it, because I'm going to put it there myself. And I appreciate your time on today. Look forward to hearing from you again very soon. And I appreciate the networks that are chiming into this conversation. The one in South Carolina, he really was excited because he really felt that this was not just a publication based on being entertained or reading. It's something that's necessary. It has a foundation, it has meaning, it's a purpose behind it. And that was one of the things that he would like to call a challenge for him, because he would like to disseminate more information about things that are that have a foundation, that there's a serious purpose behind it, so we can try to reach out and help others. So he really appreciates you allowing him to do that. And of course, I'll be reaching out to him. And I thank you also. I look forward to talking to you again soon to find out when we can invite you back to talk more, okay?
Well, thank you very much. You have a blessed evening, and I appreciate the listeners. I hope that they can glean something from it, especially I think the very last story in the first book is something that will touch many people. That's my hope, and my goal is to reach and to touch people. And thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Giving me a platform here that we can reach more people with healing.
And I want you to know that you do have our number.
Yeah.
Don't text, don't chat. I want you to call me. And if there's anything that we can do to assist you in any way, shape, form, or fashion as you continue your journey, please call. It's not about the money, it's about the meaning. And we want you to know, if you let us know, the answer will always be yes, and you'll never have to ask me twice, okay?
Thank you. You certainly are a blessing to many people. I love what you're doing. I did a lot of searching, on previous radio and presentations, because I was just, everyone I came to, I was more and more impressed.
Wow.
And what you're doing is changing lives, one life at a time, perhaps.
Yeah.
Seems like it's really growing, and that is what it's supposed to do.
Amen.
Thank you.
And you know what? I always say, to God be the glory, because it was not for him, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing. And he's allowing me to be led to reach out to individuals like yourself. It's not a coincidence. I don't just randomly pick up the phone and make as many phone calls as I can in a day. But he guides me, and I appreciate him, because the individuals that he guides me to, they respond accordingly. So we appreciate you. We appreciate that. And we look forward to talking with you again soon. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. You have
Okay.
a great.
You have a fantabulous rest of your evening. And hey, tell your husband I said hello.
Yeah, I will do that.
Tell him I said hello live on the, what's his name?
His name is Terry.
Terry. Well, Terry, I love you. I appreciate you. And thank you. Continue to show your support for your lovely wife. I know she appreciates it well. God bless you both. I'll talk with you soon.
All right. Good night. Bye-bye.
Bonnie Buchman on the #1 station in the nation, GMAP Broadcast Network, GMAP1.com.